Initializing monetization. Monetization process successful.
Hello and welcome back to another short episode of Live ZMU TV, Raw and Uncut, and once again brought to you by your host, Armand Nicholas. That's me, okay? Just making sure you remember. Anyways, today's topic is going to be very, very interesting. If you have a pen and paper, please take the time to jot this down. If you don't, just keep replaying this video and hopefully you can use some of these techniques or tips that would allow you to be successful in your YouTubing journey. Now, today's topic is 11 YouTube social media strategies that are vital for your success. Okay, so there's 11 that I kind of live by or discovered along the ways. Okay, I'm sure that there's a lot of them out there that you can do to make your success as a YouTuber even greater. But these are the 11s that I basically currently use right now, and this has worked. I mean, am I going to expand on it? Absolutely. But at this time, I just want to go ahead and kind of give you some of that information. Maybe you've had a YouTube channel in the past. You may have used it, or maybe you haven't used it and you're reactivating it. And maybe it hasn't seen much action or much attention. That's okay. That's okay. It's never too late. I know of a couple of members that they've had their YouTube channel for 5 years. They reactivated it recently and started to put out more content. Some people just take a little bit more time to kind of get up and running. Some people basically get up and running because they have good ideas from the get-go and they just keep going on it, right? But you just have to remember that today, as of today, 77% of the United States, just the United States alone, is using sites. Okay, and as as any successful YouTuber will tell you, the most beautiful thing is a well done video. Don't mean anything without any views, right? So any YouTuber will tell you that it doesn't matter how good that video is, how nicely it was edited, how great their thumbnail is, but if they're not getting views, it literally means nothing. It means that they have a great video that no one is basically seeing, right? So today in this topic, we're going to break down 11 different ways that YouTube social media strategies that will help you take your YouTube channel to the next level. Okay, so first of all, we have to understand, number one, what is YouTube, right? I mean, we probably all know what YouTube is, but there is a brief definition of what YouTube is, and you have to understand what YouTube is in order to be successful at it, right? We first need to take the step back as far as, what's the basic understanding, what exactly YouTube is and why businesses or content creators are using it or need it, right? Not so long ago, companies, and it's not just companies, anyone who basically wants to get their information out there had to pay large sums of money. They had to pay large sums of money to produce and air on TV, on the radio, or in the newspaper. I mean, they spent a ton of money doing this, right? So YouTube pretty much took a lot of that business away from the TV stations, from the radio stations, from the newspapers because of technology today, right? So basically, if you're really gonna ask, whose fault is it that TV is slowly dying? YouTube's fault. YouTube's fault. I mean, I personally don't have cable TV. I don't need cable TV. I have Netflix, I have YouTube, I have Amazon Prime. I mean, why would I want to pay $200 or $300 every month for cable TV when I can watch a lot of those videos that I really do want to see and watch online, primarily on YouTube as well, right? Okay, so unless you've been hiding under a rock, unless you've been basically disconnected from the world in the last 16 years, I'm sure you know and familiar with YouTube, and you know who they are. Okay, so that's the first one, is you have to know exactly who YouTube is so you can actually find a way to use it to your advantage. Number two, why is YouTube social media content so important, right? What's so important about it? Well, today YouTube has over 2.4 active monthly users. That's a lot. I mean, 2.4 billion active users on a monthly basis, 400 hours being uploaded, new videos every single minute. I mean, that's crazy. 70% of the users are on their phone. right? And 80% of the viewers are not in the United States. They're all over the world. I mean, that's crazy. That's world domination. It's just that it. I mean, that's one of the reasons why YouTube is so dominant out there, but you need to be able to utilize other social media platforms that allows you to take your YouTube channel and make it even better, right? You know, bottom line is you have to basically look at this, right? Yes, YouTube is great, but you have to mix and match these other social medias. Now, obviously, in my previous video, if you haven't watched it yet, please take the time to watch it. We talked about why social media is not enough for YouTube, right? For YouTubers to basically go out there. That's why, you know, websites and you know, having an email list for your subscribers are important, right? We talked about that. But now, what if you took YouTube plus all of those other social media out there and mixed them up and basically use them all at the same time simultaneously, plus all of those other resources? I mean, now you have a perfect storm, right? But before you actually start producing a YouTube video, right, you have to basically consider a couple of things before you start. You know, in the concept of the number two, why is YouTube social media content so important? Well, you have to accept the fact that before you even produce a video, you have to take three things into account. Why, you know, why am I starting a YouTube channel? You have to ask yourself that. Why am I starting a YouTube channel? Okay. Number two is you have to ask yourself, who am I targeting with my YouTube videos? Who's the audience that I'm looking for? Am I looking for the car enthusiasts? Am I looking for the gamers? Am I looking for content creators? Am I looking for graphic design? You have to figure out who you're targeting so that you have some form of guided, you know, direction, right? And last but not least, how do I intend to promote my YouTube videos? Well, you can do that on YouTube by itself, or you can take it into the other social media platforms out there and allow your YouTube channel to even escalate even faster to the next level, right? At the end of the day, mixing all of these platforms together is going to be the best possible solution for you to increase your presence, to increase your subscribers, right? So those are three things that you need to basically consider. Now, if you're like me, I've used YouTube for a lot of different things. I've used YouTube in a lot of DIYs, do-it-yourself projects, right? Things that I don't want to pay a carpenter for, things that I don't want to pay a technician for. I basically will, you know, YouTube it and search it and watch the video and do it myself. Car repair videos, right? I do a lot of that stuff, and it has saved me a ton of money. And that is why a lot of those content creators are out there doing this, because they, you know, they know that there's people like me and like you that are going to be watching those videos. You just need a good channel and good content to get your channels or your videos in front of those viewers. Okay. Number three, make your YouTube channel unique. We have members and we have individuals out there that I've seen their channel. It's all over the place. They're partly gaming, they're partly traveling, they're partly this, they're partly that. No, in today's YouTube world, make your channel unique so that you're not confusing your audience. Well, if I make my channel, you know, 5 different topics, I can gain more subscribers that way. I can, you know, I can capture 5 different kinds of people, right? Yes and no. You can capture multiple types and of categories and types of subscribers, but they're not going to be so loyal to you that your channel is going to be the first place that they go to when they need some information, because they're looking for unique channels. Now, what if you say, well, why can't I have 5 different channels? That's different. Having 5 different channels with 5 different categories, that's different. But if you think that you want to put all 5 of your categories inside one channel, you are going to confuse your audience. You don't want to do that. You want them to come back to your channel knowing that when they look into your channel, there's one main topic or one similar category that can have subcategories, but not completely different directions. Okay, you have to be savvy at this. You have to be knowledgeable in the ways that you promote your content to other social media outlets as well, because you may be attracting some people from Facebook, you may be attracting some people from Instagram, but when they come to your channel, you need to make sure that your channel is streamlined in one direction to ensure that they can count on your content when they keep coming back to your channel, knowing the value of your videos. Okay. Number 4, give your YouTube channel a unique voice. Okay. What's a unique voice? That really depends on your channel and your category. For my channel, My unique voice is it's raw and it's uncut. I'm giving it to you exactly the way that it is, exactly how I discovered it, exactly how I use it, exactly how I intend for you to receive it. I don't sugarcoat anything. You take it as it is, you chew on it with a grain of salt, and basically see if it's something that you would appreciate, right? I'm not gonna sit here and beg, right? I'm not gonna sit here and beg for people to watch my videos. I will find people that my videos cater to, right? So that's my unique voice. My unique voice is raw, uncut, delivered, untainted, non-sugar coated. It may be bitter, but you're gonna basically appreciate it because I'm giving it to you without any sugar coating, right? Give your subscribers a reason to subscribe to you. Give them a reason to appreciate you and your channel. Okay. The big one, number 5, and what I've been basically talking about since the beginning is YouTube social media cross promotion, right? Number 5, YouTube social media cross promotion. Just because you're a YouTuber, that doesn't mean that you stop using Instagram, that you stop using Twitter, that you stop using TikTok. I mean, no, take your channel and promote it everywhere. Promote it everywhere that you can promote it. Promote it on your Facebook page. Promote it on your Twitter, on your Instagram. Let people know, let your followers know from all of those other platforms that you have a YouTube channel where they can view your content instead of reading your content. They can actually watch your content live or in a video format that will makes it a lot easier to understand. YouTube is a giant social media, okay? But it doesn't mean that you will put all of your 100% focus on it. You need to diversify to ensure that you're capturing some here, some there, and allowing your channel to continue to grow. So yes, number 5 is probably one of the biggest suggestions that I can give you. It's one of the biggest things that we do or I do for our team channel is cross promotion. How am I doing with Instagram? Not so well right now. How am I doing with Twitter? Not so well right now because of all of the things that I'm doing, but it is on the horizon for me to basically tackle to ensure that we can get, or I can get my channel to those other platforms for recognition and attention. Okay, you have to remember, if YouTube by itself has over 2.4 billion active users per month, what if those 2.4 billion users are also using other platforms out there? Well, you have to, I mean, just think about this, right? There's 8 billion people in the world. 2.4 billion users are using YouTube. What's the other 5.6 billion doing? Maybe they're not using YouTube. Maybe they're using something else. Maybe they're using Twitter. Maybe they're using Instagram instead, or more TikTok instead, right? That 2.4 is a lot, but there's so many more out there that you may end up finding them in other platforms, right? Reddit, right? A lot of these, what do you call this? Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. It, Reddit, basically the platform where, a lot of people will talk about, all kinds of different topics and things like that, where they come together as a community. There's so many different communities out there. There's so many different platforms out there that you can basically take advantage of all of them, and not just YouTube with its 2.4 billion users. You can continue to grow your channel that way. Number 6, build up your social media excitement. You can use you can certainly use a build-up method to create excitement and curiosity about your YouTube channel before you fully introduce, to your followers. But maybe you want to spark excitement up and create a video about something, something new. Spark up a good title, right? So a good title, a good description, that's how you build up social media excitement. Maybe just before you upload your video, just, moments before that, you can definitely post and share it on your Instagram, share it on Facebook. Do it all at the same time, so that the moment that you basically upload your video, it's being, sent out to all of the different platforms out there. So what I tend to do, my method of it is, when I'm basically uploading a new video, I put it on a premiere so that it would give my audience, my subscribers, a little bit of time to get to my channel, right? But at the same time that I'm doing that, I'm also posting that same notification to Facebook, right? Making sure that, I allow the Facebook community to see that, hey, you know what, Armand's got a new video coming up. Maybe we want to go see it. Promote, 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 market, market, market. Okay. Number 7, you have to look at the benefits of social media aggregator. Okay. Social media aggregator is very, very simple. in addition to sharing your YouTube videos on other social networks, social media aggregator is like your like a website, right? You take all of your content on your YouTube channel and you upload it onto a website. So yes, if you look at my website, if you look at the team website, you'll notice that the one of the pages, right? The one of them is the podcast, right? We have a podcast there where you can listen to all of these videos on the road instead of watching the videos. But also there's uploads that we put on every single day on that website that will allow you to just browse that website and kind of go through some of those videos that you may have missed. You don't have to get lost in the channel, right? But also the cool thing about the website is that you can create categories, right? You can put your videos on categories so that you're not making it hard for your viewers. If you go to the website, you'll notice that one category is for increasing your views. One category is for increasing your subscribers, right? One category is for, tips and tricks for, editing. There's multiple categories that you can put your videos in so that your viewers can literally just click in there. Isn't that something like a playlist that you create on your YouTube channel? Yes, it is. But it's a category that they can choose which video they would like to play, right? Instead of trying to shove 20 videos down their throat and figure out which one they're looking for. So those are your social media aggregators, is like a website or possibly the email blast that you can do for your channel or for your website as well to reach your customers, to reach your viewers or your subscribers through the email blast notification. Okay, but again, email, you have to be very careful with that just because there's a lot of rules and regulation when it comes to blasting email notifications and email messages to individuals. Okay, number 8, YouTube social media engagement, right? We've hit this nail in the head so many times. You have to engage. Now, how do you engage outside of YouTube? Same thing. When you're basically posting these announcements on Facebook, on Instagram, and you've got followers and that's commenting on your video, that's commenting on your content, you have to engage with them. You have to write back. You have to appreciate the fact that they took the time to watch your video. You have to engage your audience. If you're engaging your audience consistently on YouTube, but you're not doing that on Facebook, you're not doing that on Twitter, you're not doing that on Instagram, you're gonna lose some of these people because you're not giving them that little fuzzy warm feeling in their chest that says, oh, this guy appreciates me, I'm gonna come back and watch more of his video because I want to see more, right? But a lot of people, I think they're afraid to engage because some engagement is bad, right? So we have to accept that there's good, bad, and the ugly when it comes to engagement, when it comes to your channel, all right, or your content. It really doesn't matter, you guys. The good, the bad, and the ugly, you take it and you adjust to it and you basically move on. It's not like, you're gonna get 100 people thumbs down with only 2 thumbs up. I mean, that's not likely, but if you do, that tells you something about your video that you created that you may have to make an adjustment for. Okay, so again, engage. Doesn't matter if it's good comment, bad comment, or ugly comment, just keep engaging your viewers out there. Okay. And number 9, just remember the old saying, sharing means caring, right? Sharing is caring. In the digital marketing world, connecting with influencers and getting your content shared by others is like the best possible traffic that you can get, the best possible credibility that you can get. Just think about it. If I'm watching your video and if I find it valuable and I end up sharing it on my Facebook page or I end up sharing it to some of my friends, that means there's value into what you showed me. There's value into the video that you showed me. And my gratitude towards you is me taking your video and sharing it to other people that may not be subscribed to you, allowing you to gain more subscribers, right? So yes, sharing means caring. So if there's value into some of the videos, that's why I always tell you guys, if there's value to the video that you're watching that I create, please, I encourage you to share it, post it on your Facebook, post it on, send it to other YouTubers that you think may need some of the information, right? Again, one thing you'll realize out there is that's the best possible way to get loyal subscribers, because when others share your content, those people that watch it, they already trust that you're sharing it for a reason. They already trust that you are sending it to them because you felt that there's value to it. So the likelihood of them watching it is going to be very, very high. Okay. Number 10, don't forget about your thumbnails, you guys. Okay, I still see this with a lot of the channels out there, a lot of the videos. Their thumbnail, I have no idea what the heck they're doing with it. And you know, I'm not gonna sit here and preach to that, because I used to do the same thing. I have no idea what I was doing with my thumbnails for the videos. But as I continued to learn and I continued to adapt, I started creating better and better looking thumbnails. Please don't forget about your thumbnails. Your thumbnail is the window, right? It's the first impression that people will see pertaining to your video. It's the first thing that they're gonna basically decide, do I want to see this video or not, right? It's your first impression. It's your first impression. Okay, I think it was I forgot who did the research. They said that if you have a clean, attractive thumbnail, it will increase your engagement by like over 150%. Well, that's pretty impressive. Just because of the thumbnail itself, it's going to increase your engagement by 150%. Just that alone should tell you that you should be doing thumbnails as much as possible, the best possible way that you could potentially get it. I mean, there's a couple of caveats as far as what a thumbnail should look like. You know, make it clear, make it enticing to the viewer. You know, make it a unique brand for you and your channel, right? Make sure that it's optimized for mobile users as well, and make sure that it's the right size that fits into the YouTube thumbnail or in other types of platform. Okay, last but not least, okay, let's not forget about 40% of the users out there. Okay, according to YouTube, 40% of the views that is going on with YouTube is done through mobile devices. So number 11 is YouTube social media on mobile devices. You know, picture this, you guys. All right, look at this in this perspective. You're at work and your boss is hovering around. Your phone buzzes because somebody forwarded you a video that you should see, and you start listening to it, right? And then basically you put it on mute, right? Well, some people's channels don't have closed caption, right? So basically that video is not being viewed properly because there's no closed caption. You have to take into account that a lot of the views are coming in from mobile devices, and if they are coming from mobile devices, you have to accommodate for some of those needs that they have, which is basically making sure that it fits properly on the mobile device, which you can do by adjusting the size of your video. Number two, making sure that if they do basically, you know, a lot of people will use YouTube while they're at work and things like that, have the ability to have closed caption on it. And then of course, a lot of people will start putting, they'll start to transcribe their videos, making sure that there's subtitles on it. That will increase your presence much faster, just because I don't have to have the sounds on to be able to watch a video. I can just literally watch a video inside an office and read the subtitle and still watch the video and still understand it, right? You're giving me that option versus other channels that don't have that option and basically are not, you know, if you and another YouTuber had the same exact video and I'm in a crowded place and your video has closed caption or subtitles and the other video does not, I probably will watch your video instead of the other YouTuber, just because of the fact that I have the ability to watch yours in a very close, confined space with other people around me and not have to attract attention because of the closed caption or the subtitles on it. That's what number 11 is. Simply put, is social media on mobile devices, making sure that you use and capitalize on your YouTube platform or YouTube channel, you know, in regards to mobile devices, making sure that it's user friendly for them. Okay, so again, I know that there's a lot of these other ones that you guys have in mind. These are the 11 that I've been basically thinking about, that I've been basically practicing and continuing to grow. If you have other ideas, if you have other methods that you're doing that I have not listed, please make sure that you put that in the comments section. Please put that in the comment section. I want to learn more. I want to get better at being a YouTuber, and how I can do that is basically just continuing to learn, continuing to study. And I have to admit that a lot of our members have given me a lot of information in the past that I've been able to learn from. So please, if you have other means of expanding this YouTube horizon, please put that in the comments below. And of course, I encourage you, if you learned something new today, please put it in the comments as well. If there's other videos that you're interested in for us to do, please put it in the comments below to make sure that we take that into account and possibly create a video for that in the future. And please don't forget to like the video. And if you haven't done so yet, subscribe and hit that bell button. So once again, I thank you for taking the time to watch this short episode of Live ZMU TV, Raw and Uncut, brought to you by Armand, me, your host. And again, we'll see you next time and stay safe.